sets you up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot. I make them shiver.
It's the summer solstice. The sun is at its closest proximity to our hemisphere, the northern hemisphere. People are outside getting some sweet, sweet vitamin D, but not me. Tonight is SummerSlam 2016, and the Muffler and I are sitting on our fat asses on the couch to watch. This is the Fantasy Booking Podcast, and I'm Mike Big Tobacco Ryan, alongside the aforementioned Muffler, Ryan Bruckner. How are you, Ryan?
Can't believe you said I had a fat ass.
Well, I just wanted my ass to seem less fat. I didn't want to single out my ass.
I wish my ass was fatter.
I actually didn't really say that.
I've actually been doing some squats. I've been trying to form a nicer ass.
I don't know. That's a good. I like the sentence. And the Muffler and I are sitting our fat asses on the couch today to watch. I mean, it makes it. You want me to just say my fat ass, which is actually relatively skinny and small to the rest of my body.
Ass.
Yeah. But you just say, I'm sitting my fat ass down on the couch. You know,
I'm just talking.
No offense.
I'm just thinking about my ass.
Ryan, you have a great
great ass.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Really?
Doing squats.
Well, you're working your core.
Squats. I got a gym membership.
And the glutes are
at the gym across the street from my work. And for the past 2 weeks, I've been going to the gym on my lunch break.
Oh my God. What, do you have an hour lunch break?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well,
that would be impossible for me. With 15-minute walk there. No, 12-minute walk to the nearest gym.
I just drive across the street.
Drive across the street, get a good 45 minutes in. Bam.
You have 45 minutes to half an hour.
Come back with your posture all straight.
Yeah.
All the girls are like, oh, man.
Yeah.
But then once you get that workout sweat going, it doesn't go away. So you're just sweating through your pits the rest of the day at work.
I'm not as sweaty as you. You're a sweaty man. You're Mr. Sweaty Guy.
Some call that hyperhidrosis.
So yes, it is SummerSlam, and I challenged you to watch a match that you never watched before.
Yeah.
I've been just dying all week to hear what you have to say about it.
Oh, all right. Is this the Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan match at SummerSlam? 2005.
Yeah.
That's why I hadn't seen it. You know? I wasn't watching the Big Five back then. It was just Big Four.
I didn't watch it either at the time.
Yeah.
But it's a legendary match. What did you think?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was all right.
Many
here we go.
have said that Shawn Michaels was overselling and being unprofessional. Do you think he was?
Didn't even notice that at all.
You didn't notice that he was flying everywhere when he took the big boot?
When he took the big boot, that was a little ridiculous.
Got up. He did a somersault, got up and face planted.
Right.
He was hamming it up. It was because he did not want to lose. He didn't want to lose. And so they were supposed to do a best of they were at odds leading up to the match at who was going to lose first. They were going to do 3 matches. And Shawn, wanted to get the first win.
Okay.
But they were like, no, you'll lose first and then you'll win the next 2.
He'll win the rubber match as well.
Yeah, and then so he's like, fine, whatever. And then he just made this crazy show where Coach was even it seems like Michaels has too much energy tonight.
Okay, well, I mean, I did notice that, but
and then they never
but him
had
and
the
the
other
Rock,
matches.
do that all the time.
Not like this.
Yeah, I guess it was a little
like
extreme.
this.
I guess that I only saw it once, so going back, I'm sure it'll be complete.
I mean,
totally evident.
It's been a famous GIF, all of his overselling.
You know how I am with
over
famous trending things on the internet. I always,
you hear about it 10 years later.
Oh, I never heard that.
The internet.
Called
That's
Snap?
the one with email, right?
Snap a chat. Sounds fun.
I get to put my dick on it. And
will you shut up? Will you shut the hell up and let me? You asked me what I thought of the Shawn Michaels Hulk Hogan match from SummerSlam 2005. You haven't shut your fucking mouth this entire segment. Let me tell you why I liked it. I was focused on
the
color.
He has diarrhea.
Oh, God. This is the last day of my vacation, so it was bound to happen. Okay, you got all the regular spots, but his face is covered. I've never seen that much color on Hulk Hogan before.
It was gross how much blood was on Shawn Michaels' arm.
He was dripping blood like Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13.
My poor wife was going to vomit into a Dixie cup.
Gruesome. It was gruesome. And a lot of it took place on the outside. So the match was super extreme and over the top that I didn't even notice Shawn Michaels' overreactions, you know? Yeah. And how about this? At the very end of the match, he's like, hey, I needed to know. Now I know. Shook his hand. Great moment. You tell me he doesn't respect the guy for doing that? And then after that, they don't have another match?
They don't.
Because he was just a little pecker backstage?
Yeah. I mean, people think like he totally changed when he found God, but most people say he's still an asshole.
Yeah.
Like Cody Rhodes recently, now that he's like...
Oh, you never really changed.
On his indie tour, he was talking about like his favorite wrestling memories. And he was like, you know... wrestling with Shawn Michaels, but he was kind of a dick to me, but it still was great to wrestle with him. You
know who would never say a bad word about Shawn Michaels is JR, man. He had nothing negative to say.
Or Vince McMahon.
No, but during this match, Jim Ross was just...
Jim Ross
gobbling knob the
anybody
whole time.
Over. They were talking about how big and powerful Hulk Hogan is. And
no, but I'm just saying...
his big, meaty hands.
Like, JR loves Shawn Michaels. Like, I don't know if there'll ever be another Hogan. I know damn well there won't be another Shawn.
I think JR can make anybody sound like they're great. For sure.
Yeah, but he believes it was Shawn, of course. I mean, why wouldn't you?
I mean, how can you not believe it was Shawn? He's one of the best wrestlers of all time.
In ring for my money, I can't do it, JR. Did you hear him on his podcast? Shawn Michaels on JR's podcast?
Is this
JR is just... No, it was like his second ever episode. So I told you, I'm behind on the internet, man. Slow down, everybody. Try to catch up here. But, man, he was just gobbling knob. And it was an hour podcast, so that's some serious stamina for Shawn Michaels.
He's a great wrestler. I can't deny that. But
JR barbecue sauce.
This match was the clash of the egos. Clash of the egos.
Well, I thought Hogan stepped it up, and I think it could be one of his best matches of all time.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Of all time?
He looked good. I mean, 2005.
He didn't really.
Only 10 years ago.
I don't know. I mean, I don't agree with him
hulking
up off of the Sweet Chin music. I mean,
and that leg drop must be fucking devastating, man.
That was
after all the
last
carnage
he could do. Yeah,
all the carnage on the outside of the ring.
He's like 2 feet shorter.
Like a bullshit finisher. I liked the match. I thought it was great.
It was. I mean. It's definitely a spectacle, something to behold.
We got a lot of color in the main event, man.
I really wish we could have had like
that blood, red meat, and carnage and violence.
I don't really like really bloody
Hogan
matches.
Got busted wide open the hard way.
I'm not that into blood. Like now, I think it's good now when there's blood because
it
doesn't happen that much. But man,
it's not allowed. That means
from the Attitude Era up until this point,
unscripted.
People bled every night almost.
Yeah, you're right.
It was disgusting.
So why did you choose this match for me to watch?
It was just a legendary SummerSlam match that I know you haven't seen.
What's your favorite all-time SummerSlam, Ryan?
I mean, I think people put SummerSlam on this big legendary pedestal.
One of the
but
big
when
four,
you actually...
big five if you include King of the Ring, and I feel wonderful today. I feel like I was... like when this was going down when I was a kid, man. You guys! I was driving down the 10 Pass in Staples Center with my window down going, it's SummerSlam, you guys!
So that's why you got in that accident?
I'm still positive energy, man. Not going to let it bring me down.
Well, what I was saying...
I really feel terrible about their dog, but like, come on. You can't buckle up your dog, so don't bring him in your car, okay?
Bring my dog in my car. I put his pillow back there. He
you
rests on his little pillow.
Get on the freeway?
Yeah. If you really think back, SummerSlam history, like, how many legendary things really happened?
I can come up with 7 off the top of my head that took place just at SummerSlam 92 alone.
Because you're only
when the Bushwhackers ate from the Royal China.
The only frame of reference for SummerSlam you have is 91 and 92.
Yeah, and we already reviewed 91.
Yeah. So I mean,
fresh out.
My number one memory would definitely be the main event of 92.
There you go.
For the Intercontinental Championship.
You know what's my number 2? Lex Luger Yokozuna 94, 93. That was a memorable one for me.
Luger.
I don't either.
I think
one on a count out.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. Really dumb.
Really dumb.
It's all dumb. Do you know what my number 2 is? I bet you haven't seen it. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero in the ladder match for the custody of Dominic.
That was at SummerSlam 2005.
Was it?
Yeah.
This was the same year?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
A little bit. I watched that match, actually.
I just love that stipulation. And then Dominic is just
I watched the promos leading up to it, too.
Dominic's like, oh.
Boy, yeah, he was at ringside, right?
Yeah.
Wearing like a white shirt.
He's like, oh, I hope I don't have to go home with Eddie. He's mean.
He hits me.
He's mean. He does drugs.
He makes me sleep in the crawl space.
Dominic, I'm your puppy
He's
now.
Very erratic at night when he drinks his magic potion. And he has to have the TV on super loud or else he can't sleep.
Well, we're recording this before SummerSlam 2016. For my money, I don't think they can possibly even approach how good last night was. Not only was there a stellar UFC card, Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz too, but there was also...
Oh, yeah? You want to get into that?
Nah.
Okay. You sure?
I'm just letting you know.
You don't want to talk about that?
Nah.
Where'd you go to watch it?
Went to just some place.
Oh.
There's
sounds
an
like
NXT.
Sounds like you had a great time.
There was an NXT last night that was pretty
badass.
Yeah.
Man, I love seeing NXT in front of like 18,000 people. It makes it so much more special.
They just get so into it.
And it doesn't matter that it's a grander scale. The NXT fans are right there.
I love this new trend of singing along with people's theme music.
Love that.
Isn't it great?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
And they did it with Bobby Roode too. What do you think of his music?
So
Isn't
good.
it great?
We're glorious. And
I won't give in. I won't give in till I'm victorious.
Well, I only heard it the one time, but I want to put it on my... It was at first I was like, what the hell is this? When he's ascending on his pedestal or whatever. And then I just sucked it up. Like I bought into it so quickly. And the song got in my head for the whole match. When you hear it again, it's like, that's satisfying. New ring gear is awesome.
Yeah,
I think
his robe was great. Yeah, he's reinvented himself into something better than he's ever been.
Yeah, and I dig it. Those backstage segments, dude's coming in with a custom fitted suit.
Yeah,
that's nice. Like it doesn't matter what words come out of your mouth. You wear that, looking sharp like that, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, you gotta look sharp.
You gotta look sharp.
Yeah. What did you think of? What was your favorite match of the NXT Takeover 2 Brooklyn?
Well, speaking of the crowd, I love the women's matches so much because they are just split down the middle. It doesn't matter who it is. Like they're such great competitors. I'm not talking about the opening women's match as much, but Asuka and Bayley.
So was that your favorite?
It was my favorite match of the card by far.
My favorite by far.
Because they were split right down the middle.
It was a very good match.
Let's go Asuka, let's go Bayley.
I really like Bayley's fire in the match when she was like, punch me in the face!
At the very end. I liked it because I'm a sucker for finishes, like I think most fans are. And that was the best one that they've had. Yeah. When she just kind of instinctively got up and like, you want to have a street fight? Let's do it. And she just got knocked out instantly. It was beautiful. And Asuka, man, I just can't. I just want to hold her. Just cuddle. Like, what's wrong? Where's the anger come from?
I'd rather have her beat the shit out of me.
No.
I would.
Why are you harboring such hatred?
I'd want her to just...
And then she'd cry.
Kick me snuggle in the
together
chest repeatedly.
You want to be taken out in an Asuka lock, just choked out.
Yeah. Yeah, I want that.
Right as you're... Okay.
I like that. No, I think the best match of the
I would
card
be, I would
was
be
the
holding her
tag
going,
team
no,
championship
don't,
match.
Don't kick. It's okay.
The tag
okay,
team
Oscar.
championship match.
Yeah, it was pretty good too.
I think it had so many great false finishes. It was an old school match. Putting the foot on the, like, you thought it was over when they did that double super kick, and they baited the crowd the entire time. Don't you think?
Yeah, I totally think that. And I agree with every word of your analysis of this.
Did you watch
yes,
it?
of course I did. Look, I'm pet sitting right now, all right? They were being a little shit, so I missed some of this. But I heard the excitement of the crowd.
There
was
was
a roar,
crazy
and a thunder.
false finishes. And then they did an excellent finish where they chop blocked Johnny Gargano, and they did this like jump off the top rope onto his knee spot, and then they put him in a reverse figure 4 for the tap.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Damn.
That was my favorite.
Damn.
What'd you think of the Joe Nakamura?
I thought
what about
Nakamura's
that
entrance
maybe
was the coolest
one of the best of all time.
That guy came
all
out
it had
there
was a strobe light
playing
and the violin. Yeah. No
Just
theatrics other than that.
playing a beautiful number, man.
Yeah.
Haunting. And then, of course, the Nakamura dance moves to go along with that.
Yeah. I thought the match was pretty decent.
It was all right. It was just nothing I'd never really...
I mean,
it's a slobber knocker.
Yeah. I love Joe. I'm really hoping that he makes an appearance tonight. Or
what about Bailey?
On one of the shows tomorrow. Or Bailey. I think
Bailey's done with NXT.
I think
right?
they both need to go to SmackDown. SmackDown is missing talent hardcore.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I mean, okay. Hey, so are we talking about both leagues? That's what you call them? Raw and SmackDown are both going to be here at SummerSlam? Is that how all the papers are going to be?
That's why it's so fucking long.
So it hasn't changed at all.
No, after
nothing has changed from the first time they've done this.
The big ones are going to be dual pay-per-views. Other than that, there's going to be 2 pay-per-views per month.
Oh, boy.
2 pay-per-views per month.
And how long is this one? Again?
This one's like 6 hours.
All right. I was so excited, man. You
Great?
should have seen me on the 10. It's SummerSlam, everybody! What is a SummerSlam?
Okay, I made you watch the Zayn versus Owens match from Battleground, right? What did you think of that?
It was great.
That's what you
Okay,
thought?
how about, I mean, look, these guys have had so many iconic matches. They're always pushing the envelope.
I felt like this one had so much emotion.
This one had great emotion, and the brain buster on the apron was the biggest spot I think they've had in all of their matches of all time. I'm including, PWG, El Generico, and Kevin Steen. That was insane. There's so many things that could have gone wrong. He could have literally just slammed Kevin Owens' head right into the apron.
Yeah, that match totally
They do such clever
blew
things
my
with the
mind.
ring apron. I've never seen the better
apron
utilization
spots.
of the aprons than these two guys.
So they have this great match, and now in SummerSlam, as part of this 13-match card, they're both in different who gives a shit tag team matches.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and Neville versus the Dudley Boys. Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens versus Enzo and Cass. If I was WWE after this match, I would have split both of them. One's on Raw, one's on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'd elevate them to the top of the card immediately.
Of course.
And now they're in these shitty tag team matches. This just makes me not that excited about this.
Well, that's a good way. I mean, you don't want to have too much exposure, right? So putting them in tag matches is one way to do it. I think they should be against each other.
They should be in big matches in
like
the big cards. This is SummerSlam. They were both in the ladder match for WrestleMania, now SummerSlam. They're both in tag team matches.
Yeah.
They need to be in marquee singles matches.
Maybe they just don't have the faith in them that you do, which is a crying shame and absurd, but that's the way WWE is booked. That's how it has always been. It's not going to change. All right?
All right.
You're just acting crazy.
Well, I guess we'll just have to watch it and find out.
Wait, what's the card? How many? Are you serious? There are 14 matches?
13.
That hasn't happened since WrestleMania 7.
I don't want to go through all of them. We're going to come back. We're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it.
What's the main event? Because I don't even...
Okay, so I don't know what's going to go on last, but your big marquee matches, you have Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. There's some rumors
going... They cleared Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, wellness policy doesn't apply to him because he's part-time.
Okay, really?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Speaking of the wellness policy, what the hell's going on? Did Alberto Del Rio and Paige and
they must have had like a hell of a party.
Freaking party?
Yeah.
And they all got caught with the same substance in their body?
I bet he was doing some lines off of both
just
of them.
like Del Rio.
Yeah.
And then women. I think he had the entire women's
division. They had a party.
Man, that's great.
I wish
How many
I could
months
have been a fly on that wall. Just a month.
Okay, that's fine. Worth it.
But yeah, him and Paige are an item.
Wow.
And they got pissed off because they got split.
So what's Ava Marie?
One's on Raw, one's on SmackDown. They got pissed because they literally do.
I love when
they literally do have different travel schedules and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they never see each other.
Yeah.
Except for on their days off.
So that's payback for Del Rio for being acting like such a pecker. His first stint with the WWE.
Well, I mean, he did get...
No hath no fury like Vince McMahon's scorn.
A guy that called him some derogatory term.
All right, so I interrupted again. So you got that match out of there. Name 4 matches tonight.
Brock and Randy Orton. There's rumors going around that Goldberg is like...
BS. No, there's going to be an ad for WWE 2K17, and he's going to be featured. That's it.
I think either...
You gullible,
if it's not,
sad... pathetic human being, Ryan.
If it's not Goldberg,
my God,
then it should be Samoa Joe.
It's astonishing.
Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar is the match that we need.
Yeah.
You got Finn Balor, the Demon King, as they're now calling him.
That's fine.
The Demon King, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. God. You've got Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship.
Great.
Those are the big...
You know what? That's
and then you got Cena versus AJ Styles.
And 10 other matches exclusively on the WWE Network.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. We will be back after these messages.
See you in 6 hours.
All right. We watched it.
And we're back.
You were taking a shitload of notes, so you must have a lot to say.
I got a lot to say.
Take us there, man.
I'm going to take you on a journey for the past 6 hours.
A journey into your psyche.
Oh.
Let's hear it.
I wasn't writing that much.
SummerSlam 2016.
No, I was just transitioning.
You wrote a book.
I had notes I had taken earlier that I was transitioning onto my laptop.
My first note that I wrote was, you wrote a fucking book. So you must have a lot to say.
Well, the preface is all about the new gigantic ring posts. That's pretty exciting.
Nobody
out of the gate, I was pretty excited.
Nobody used them, though.
No one used them, but they're graded at the top, so it's encouraged to use them. I think those are going to be the standard ring posts from now on.
They were like LCD type of screens.
They had a new guardrail, too. Like a more modern guardrail.
I liked this show for about an hour.
Yeah.
And then it just went off.
I was into it. So I'd say,
let's
see, at the Jon Stewart segments, I never fully recovered. It was the New Day match was the end for me.
I liked the women's match, and I liked the AJ Styles John Cena match.
You know what? And I feel like I was just going off the crowd. The crowd was sucked out of it right around that time too. And they never fully recovered.
Oh God, it was death.
Too long.
It was death.
Too long.
During
3
the
hours
Dean Ambrose,
is perfect.
Dolph Ziggler match.
Yeah.
And then how the hell can you end a pay-per-view with a no contest and a TKO?
I don't know, man.
The fuck? I'm glad that these things are only $9.99 now. Yeah. Do you imagine spending $60 on this piece of shit?
They relied way too much on Ambrose and Ziggler to bring the crowd out of the coma after what's intentionally, that's your beer segment. That was that New Day match with Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess they didn't deliver.
They put them, they were in the death spot because then the female tag match. What was it? A 3-way or what was it? 6-woman.
Well, that was after that match, I think.
It was that and the Ziggler match like took up the death spot.
Those 3
where
core
everybody
matches.
was tired. And then
Balor, Rollins,
they got up a little bit for it, like for the finishing sequence. Yeah. But then you just make the Rusev Roman Reigns match just nothing.
Well,
and the main event was also nothing.
Yeah.
And then here we are thinking maybe Goldberg or Samoa Joe will come out to confront Brock, but it's Shane.
There was a Goldberg
and he gets
chant.
F5'd.
Why? Like, we really want to see Goldberg though? That's the thing.
I mean, at least it'd be something different. Do you want to see Shane versus Brock? Because that's what they're setting. They're setting it up. It's going to be
all the Goldberg stuff is just promoting WWE 2K17.
I guarantee you, it'll be a match in SummerSlam: Shane versus Brock Lesnar.
All right. Well, what was the match of the night?
John Cena versus AJ Styles.
I liked. Again, I'm going to the girls, man.
They were a close second.
I mean, Sasha Banks doing some death-defying stuff in there.
I just like the finish of the John Cena AJ match. The way John Cena lost clean.
The face that's all over there.
The face that runs the place.
The face that runs the place.
He leaves his never give up armband in the ring. He loses clean to a Styles Clash and a phenomenal forearm.
He's just putting people over, man.
Yeah.
No asterisks on this one.
I respect that guy.
If it doesn't get all over the place,
it doesn't belong in your face.
Nice.
That's right. At one point, Stephanie McMahon came out and stood next to Jon Stewart, and I never realized, like, she's a real Amazon.
She is. I was thinking she was wearing some pretty big heels, though. I mean, you got a medium close up there, so she could have just stepped on a.
But her arm was
box.
like half of his torso. She could beat the shit out of him. And then I asked you a question.
You did?
After that, and I thought I'd ask you again.
Oh,
who are your top 5
Oh,
favorite females? Not talent-wise, but look.
Top 5 favorite females all time? Okay. Number 1 is Sunny. Hands down. I think that might be the first time I've ever fallen in love. Truly.
What was the second time?
Stephanie McMahon coming in at number 2 on my list.
Oh man!
And that's Stephanie McMahon.
You've met?
That's Stephanie McMahon.
Have you ever fallen in love with someone you've met?
Number 3 is Sable. All right.
You met her at an autograph signing?
I met her in a spread on Raw magazine. There was a bikini contest between her and Sunny. Actually, at the pond of all places, late June, I want to say. And that was fodder for me.
Do you think your mom
I masturbated my penis.
Do you think your mom?
So I have to put her on my list. Mike, what do you want from Togo's? Nothing. Nothing? Really?
Turkey breast.
But you love Togo's. Oh, meatball.
Meatball sub.
So I got to keep Sable in there, and I was never really a big Sable fan, I guess, but. Those are some memories I'll cherish forever, Ryan.
I mean, I liked her back then, but
that's my top 3. That's my top 3.
You don't have another 2?
I got Sherry, mainly just because of the full arc from when I was a kid. I was just horrified by her, scared, and I thought she was insanely unattractive.
I know what you mean by that.
Man, there's something about her.
Like when she's in WrestleMania 7, she's basically wearing that thong with that fringe. Yeah, there's something evil and provocative about her, but I'm sure she has like a full-on 70s bush that water beads off.
Oh, yeah.
Like a loofah soaked. She's got a loofah down there.
My bush would be as big as her bush.
A brown loofah.
I mean, I don't abide by the 3-day rule, stripper etiquette. So that's nice.
You abide by the 3-year rule.
If you're going to be free, then I'm going to be free. It can get pretty hairy down there.
Man, one thing I just put down some random notes. So
Grizzly Adams.
At one point, they had like what I liked about this.
Tell me what you liked about
pay-per-view was they had a shitload of promo packages to build up hype for each match. Unfortunately, not a lot of these matches delivered. So they showed the hype package.
Dude, they got that formula
for the Dolph
down. They've been doing that for years.
But not for every match. I feel like almost every match besides the throwaways had a promo package. So like the Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose. I got pumped for that match.
Yeah, I did too.
They totally disappointed me.
They did. And then the pregame was kind of like a fight, like an MMA fight kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, they were keeping them back, keeping them separated. And it was a kind of a letdown.
And they had a really good promo package before the John Cena.
There's no point in watching.
If
they keep throwing out these packages, then I'm not going to watch any Raws or any SmackDowns. This is great. I only have to watch 4 times a year.
Just too bad they can't have a good match to follow them.
Yeah.
There was a... well, let me say what I was going to say.
No, I don't want to.
No, please.
No, I don't think it's that good of a point.
You don't know what I'm going to say?
Well, I'm anticipating like where your other thoughts were, your other sentences were leading up to this point, and I don't think it's going to be very satisfying. So let me go on to the 12-man tag. Are you going to
talk about the SummerSlam 92 or something like you always do?
No, come on. That'll really get me on a tangent.
Okay, what I was going to say was that they had that John Cena promo package that made it look great. And then they immediately cut to like Shane and Daniel Bryan in the ring.
Yeah.
And that totally just made my boner
kind of did.
It
down. Was quick, but I thought, they're going to throw in another segment. And they didn't. But it's just like seeing 2 other faces. And these are faces I want to see. I like Daniel Bryan. I like Shane McMahon. But I didn't want to see him there.
Let's have the match now.
It's like
we don't need these assholes.
You know, and then we had to like, oh man. What the hell?
That's something I don't like about having
get on the
leaders for each brand. It's like they have to be involved in everything.
Yeah.
I just want a Jack Tunney. I don't want you to be involved. You just be there when we really need you. Don't be there every time.
We're talking about SummerSlam 92 now. Or SummerSlam 94, Taker versus Taker.
Well,
there
were a couple of parallels
in Chicago
to WrestleMania, to SummerSlams of the past.
1994, the Fleet Center, I believe.
So the Sasha and Charlotte match had a finish that I found to be reminiscent of the great Wembley Stadium match of
SummerSlam 1992. That main event is Bret Hart,
British Bulldog.
Bulldog.
They had that reversal from a sunset flip, a reversal into like a pin. That's how that match ended. And the Sasha Banks Charlotte
it was
match,
a surprise.
Charlotte reversed the Banks statement into a pin and won.
Right.
Which
brute strength.
Which I thought was
like a quick little roll up.
Yeah. And
there's a spot in this match that I was just horrified for my girl Sasha, man. It was a razor's edge on Charlotte into a super Frankensteiner. That's how Sasha Banks reverses this thing. She comes so close to landing on that pretty head of hers. Man, she could have broken her neck.
She was seconds away from a broken neck.
Yeah.
Seconds away.
Oh, man. That match, though, in SummerSlam 92. Unbelievable. I mean, like, Bret's like, don't look at the crowd. Look at me. Come on. This is about our family. You're blowing it. Davey, look at me, man.
You forgot all the spots, Davey. I'm calling it on the fly.
Well, great match. But, like, the finish could have been something a little bit more. Wembley Stadium. No,
I thought it was a good finish.
No, I'm not talking about the finish, the surprise finish, but like after the bell, they just kind of held hands. It could have been their. That's what I've just heard Bret Hart talk about this on a podcast. I wouldn't even realize if he hadn't mentioned it, but could have been a lot more drama there. They made it more personal. But like he was begging him to look him in the eyes, and he couldn't do it. Davey Boy had to like look out to the audience. Like a trained little puppy. He has to speak to the back of his fucking limeys. But Wembley Stadium. You know,
I found a parallel between the dissatisfying SummerSlam 94. Was it 94? Luger, Yokozuna?
Oh, yeah.
Was that 95?
Count out. That was 93. 94 was Taker versus Taker. Yokozuna versus Lex Luger, count out. Yeah.
Yeah. I found the parallel to the last 2 matches of this card. Which
Ryan,
just bullshit.
You know that I've been to Wembley? Sort of. I went to London in 2004.
Get out of town.
Get this.
You to London?
And I insisted we go to Wembley Stadium just because of SummerSlam 1992.
Wow. You insisted to waste your time in a nice city?
That's Wimbledon. Wait. Oh, Wembley's... Yeah, it wasn't that great. Wembley is like the...
It was a vacant lot?
Yeah. Well, no, it's kind of like the Crenshaw of London. You know, because it's like you got the Colosseum around there. Anyway, but it had already been torn down, and I guess they renovated it. So I'm just like, excuse me, sir, I'm looking for Wembley Stadium. And this guy's like, you're fucking standing on it.
How did he say it?
You're fucking standing on it. Oh, excuse me, sir.
If you were going to the bathroom next to the British Bulldog, and
I'm looking
for
for the...
Excuse me, sir, where is your penis? What would he say?
I'm not even...
what would he say?
I'm not even going to go down there.
What would he say?
If he saw my penis?
No, if you asked him about his penis, where it was, if you're standing right next to him.
He would say, you're on it? Like, is that a butt rape
No.
joke? You're sitting on it. You're sitting on it.
You're fucking standing on it.
Oh, because it's so big?
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Trying to put him over. No thanks to you.
Well, you're trying to set me up for a joke that I obviously wasn't following. So that's fine.
Yeah, what else is new?
Thought I had another point. Other than the fact that my number 5 top women in wrestling is Layla. That's my number 5.
My point is this was a discouraging display of wrestling. And I look forward to talking about the bygone era of wrestling next time we talk about wrestling, because this event was a long waste of time.
I just, like, the energy is just... I have no energy. You know? I did. I like, the first hour, I was like, man, I can't wait to talk about missing the 12-man tag match.
I have more passion about Chopped Grill Masters, Napa Valley edition.
What about Y2J's new appearance? His new facial hair coming out there like a debutante. That's
I like
something.
that. I like his scarf and his facial hair. Unfortunately, his match left something to be desired. Let's talk about the real star of the night, the flatbreads. Made some grilled flatbread.
Gosh, take it away. What was in it? I mean, my God.
We had grilled flatbreads with figs.
Don't forget the peaches.
Goat cheese. Prosciutto. Tomatoes. Basil.
What kind of... Multiple tomatoes. There was at least 3 varieties of tomatoes.
There's just the yellow tomatoes. Yellow cherry tomatoes.
You were chopping Roma tomatoes earlier.
Those
Ryan.
are for my salads tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Didn't even know.
How dare you spy on my tomato game?
Okay.
God, do you know what I just realized?
I like that Cena's putting people over.
Yeah.
What a nice guy.
That's good. You know
he left his sweatband in the ring. That's something. That's epic.
That's something I mentioned
that
earlier.
Means he's retiring.
Something I mentioned earlier.
When? No.
When we talked about that fucking match.
No, I don't think you did.
That's because you were just not paying attention, looking at your Bible of notes.
Obviously not. I think I already pretty much went through everything.
Yeah.
I like this Moro Ronaldo guy. He makes everything super exciting. Again? Moro Ronaldo.
You got it right.
Yes.
After 10 tries.
Malfunction at the junction.
Slam a
Whoa.
jammer. Yeah, he's good.
You see that, guys? Am I the only one watching this?
Anyway.
I didn't think of a send-off. You're going to have to go first.
Oh, really? We're already...
We're there, man.
We're there? Thank fucking Christ. I thought we had to do like another 10 minutes.
No.
Oof.
Take it home with whatever you were going to say.
I regret that I may have been an obstacle in their path. But I'm worried about what they're going to do to each other. I'm afraid they're going to destroy each other. To be quite frank, I'm not concerned about who wins. The bond that we have within my whole family is greater than anything. It's more valuable to me than anything. And nothing could ever replace that. Not even the Intercontinental Belt.
And I'm Ryan Bruckner saying...
No, don't step on that. You're supposed to just cut it and let the darkness and the quiet become a deafening lull. I'll say it again. Regret.
Please.
No.
Please say it again. I'm Ryan Bruckner
I'm
saying...
I'm Mike to Big Tobacco.
What a maneuver!